easier than you think it is. Get any reference, and you can follow along. And oh, looks too complicated. Don't worry. Boom. The computer software does the rest. You make this blocky thing, then boom, divide it by 4. Let's begin. All right, let's do it. Zoom out. Don't know what I'm clicking. Down left. Go to add mesh circle. Look right here. We're going to add 20. After that, go to object mode and go into edit mode. And after that, hold down Alt, the middle mouse button to snap into view. You can also do Z, you do X-ray, and after that, do G, Z to pop like right there, then S, and hold Control just to do that. And after that, kind of S right here, kind of follow the neck, then E. You can't really tell what stuff is. It's a little bit inconvenient. It doesn't have to be that perfect. All right, select this half. Make sure you're on a wireframe. X vertex. Go into the wrench. Add modifier, and we could add a mirror. And we're going to click these boxes. And after that, do E, then Z, then Alt S to kind of fan it out. This is going to be kind of the bone area, like all the bone is. I wish you can see it, but you really can't. And SY, about there-ish. It goes like that. We'll fix it later, don't worry about it. Kind of zoom in. Let's do, click this, make sure it's on a donut. Just kind of do it a little bit. There's natural crease going on. All right, click this again, click this, then E, then down a little bit, then S, Alt S. All right. The Alt S, bring it down. SY to really bring it down about there. All right, and this is the first area. Do this, fan it out about kind of like right there. After that, E again, about Alt S right there. This is where the shoulder is going to be. Like this. We want this way more back. We want this to be the center line, like right here. Just these. Move them like right there. Move everything kind of back, forward. Click this. Do this tool again. Maybe not. Move it in. It doesn't have to be perfect. GG. All right. And this line is supposed to be the chest area. So let's go way down, like right there. Supposed to be the top of the arms. Move these down some as well. Not quite as aggressive though. GG. Right there. Move about. This is supposed to be the top of the chest. Move it right about there. Suppose. Also the back. Add down a little bit. Don't want that one selected. Just GG. Right. Click that. Click this. This. F. And GG. That's a little too aggressive. And after that, Control R. Add a loop cut right here and just kind of line it up. Put right there. All right. Kind of line this forward. Line this forward. And make the bulk of everything. Come on. Here we go. That looks good. Oh, got up the side view. And look at the back. It's kind of, the chest goes around because it's round, and the back is, so reference kind of interesting. So grab this, put it to the side. All right. And once you feel like you got everything good, let's alt unclick this. Then, yeah, E, then Z, then S, Z, 0. And we go right click and go to circle. If you don't have loop tools, just go up to here, preferences, add-ons, loop, and just select that box. Tilt it a little bit. SY, side view, Alt S. It's kind of wrecked it. Scratch that. Going to bring it in some, right there. That. E again. S. Alt S. Right there. The figure is covered, so we have to guess. It should be around there. And the tail looks like the rear buttocks crack kind of goes right beneath the tail, so we kind of guess where that is. Let's go about right here. Just like this. F. Then Control R, add a loop cut right here. And this one's supposed to be the front of the crotch area. We also have to guess that is. I'm guessing about there. All right. Then add another loop cut right here. This one's going to be more back of the rear. The S to scale, this one's supposed to be smaller. The supposed to be closer. Click this, and this, then E. Like that. Click this, M at center. Then these go way down. It's going to too much far down. We still want this to go also right here to kind of spread out the weight. Just to be in more though. Just kind of fanned it out. And it's like this, M at center. Something's not right. Dang it, I have memory loss. Here we go, M at center. Do that. After that, select this whole thing. Just a minute. Make sure it kind of matches like a swimsuit. So kind of go like that. Kind of have this natural curve of a swimsuit. Go down to the rear area. We have to guess where the rear is. So I'm guessing right about here-ish. See. Maybe? Who knows? And just, yeah, just morph into place and like it's a swimsuit, how it fits around a character. Too aggressively though. And you want this. We don't see the buttocks, so because we want this to be like a roundish, but we do not know. Move it in there. Go GG. Oh, not right there. That could be the top, I guess. After that, select this whole thing. that way. All right, select this whole thing, Alt select, E. Then let go, bring it about there. And let's click this again. Alt, then Shift, just select everything. And let's do right click and do circle. See what that does. That does not give us the desire we want. We want to be somewhat round out. Look, that's what we don't do this right now. And just make it all roundish. I like the leg that goes to here. Okay, like that. You want this to be inside the middle. A little bit more to this side. All right. And that's roundish enough. And E, then S, right click, circle. All right. And if it's like going through it, you can just turn this off and just move it off to the side. All right. And this is going to be beginnings of the hips. Let's see, so it too aggressively. Oh, I can guess there, I guess. All right. Again, another circle. Click the top, scale a little bit. Not want it going through. And after that, we add another modifier. See what we're doing. So you're going to minimize this, add modifier, subdivision surface. And after that, we're going to click this one. And now we start to see what is going on. So E, let go, put it about right there. S, Z, 0. Click this off, and you want this higher, about GG, right there. This to be kind of like the bulk of the widest part of the hip. This one's supposed to be widest up here, around there. The S, Z. Actually, no, scratch that. We actually do want this curve X. And after that, E again, then S, Z, 0, then scale. Now it's time for the other view. So you have to keep in mind S, Y. Move it about there. S, Y. Move it about there. This is supposed to be kind of like, this helps it supposed to curve in. That's the natural curve you have with anatomy. Add smooth modifier. It's forming. Not done yet. Looks terrible. I know. And after that, would be this kind of curve that goes in-ish. Then E again. Then E again. And that's a curve that goes out. It's hard to explain, but yeah. All right. E. Oops. Then E again. Then S, Z, 0. Just do right click and circle. Oh. Right there. Right there. There's another one right here to kind of straighten it out. S, Y. Do circle. Just circle it out. Looks like it's from both angles pretty flat-ish. All right, with this. Now we get to see what's going on. S to scale. S, Y, a little bit. Then S, Y. Is S, Y everything to death? Middle. Alt S. All right. Move off to the side. We do not want it going through like that. So let's move it more. Alt S again. Now, if you have to follow the curve, turn this off. goes about that. Yeah, about that. Now to turn that on. Technically, it's going through, so if you do a move, it's going to snap. Turn this off because it's going through the mirror. Keep that in mind. I really don't like to go through the mirror. So let's see if we can change that. Off. Keep it. Bit. All right, like that, because I really do not want to go between the mirror, but it's up to you. If you want to get that perfect look you're looking for. The SX. Yeah, also the references also looks good to you. All right, we do curve popping out-ish. Don't see going on, going blind. Okay, Control R. Add a loop cut right here. Then push this about right here. This could be the middle to meet. Oh yeah, we want this to be more curved like that. All right. GG, kind of round everything out. Then add this, see what we're doing. Alt S, we want this to be way in. Alt S, you kind of see how it's in, kind of like a saddle. Click these. We want these close. SX0. And after that, it's forming. Let's click this. Edge. They're not like these. Too much geometry right here. Flatten it out. Click this again. We'll see what happens. All right. This. Let's select right here. Then this. All right. Let's select edge. All right. And Shift E. Then go back to here. Let's go to force it in. So if I click it up here, it kind of feels like it's a little more sharp. All right. Let's go to tab or out. Object mode. Right click. Shade smooth. Then after that, go back in a person tab. And now we're going to start. Click this up here, scene stuff. Starting the form. All right. Get rid of this, see what it looks like. It looks better without that loop. I'm going to do add one right here. Then X, delete those ones. Now see what we get. We get something in between that does the job. Okay, add another strap right there. Click this. See what we are doing. And we can add another loop cut right here. Right there, SY. Go from side view. All right, click this again. The right vortex. See, what are we missing here? Let's make this more aggressive. All right, hold Alt, click this. Do it up here. Let's click this off. And X edge. No, yeah, edge. Move this up, and we're going to do K. The right here, then right here, then right here, then right here. Hold on, Shift, make it snap middle, then right here. All right, now we have this. Kind of form it out. Let's click this. Kind of forms it out. Also gets rid of a loop right here. We got rid of that. GG. GG. Kind of smooth it out. All right. You want to click these, move it, put it right here. Then select this. See how it is turning out for you. So See this right here? This needs to be out more 3D-ish. Now select this. It looks like looking better. A, Alt N, reset vectors, Control E, the clear, then clear down here. And we can select this. Okay, these. Then Shift, no, Control E, mark sharp. Like this, see what's going on. Get this nice sharp look right here in the shading, what you want. And right here, I don't want it right here. Clear it. It's up to you if you want it. Get rid of it right here. All right. See, let's see. Click this, select this. Alt. This be more right here. This. Let's go GG about right here. He has, yeah, here. Just scale everything into place. Also, make sure it looks cool to you. That's important. Okay, this natural curve like this. Just see what looks good. Still want this curve up here. Like this again. Click this. Just see. GG. I want that. And now it's a lot more sharp and more defined. For me, do this. Now you can just see what it looks like without it. Shift E to 0. Alt E, clear. Yeah, just up to you what you want. So you want like something like that look. For me, that looks fine. Front. Also do this cool thing, so you can do it up here instead. Now click this. Then select these. Bring it down to 0. Then clear it. Then now Control E, then sharp. That's what you want. There's also that. Carry it out. It depends on what you want. I'm going to wind time. Yeah, and see, look around. If stuff is forming, something isn't right, you can always fix it. For example, almost close together. Depends on what you want. Right here, sharp. Yeah, depends on what you want. And yeah, that looks good to me. Now let's go up here. If you press the slash on your numpad, it gets rid of everything. And do the dot. You can zoom in on this. Click these. Let's do X edges. Select this off and just do K right here. Right here, here. Go down shift, put the snap in the middle, then enter. Yeah, and you get this. Shove this in. Gotta form this. Then we click this and this, and we kind of see what is forming. It's looking a lot better. Make sure it's good to you. There's like really sharp edges that you don't like. Ways move stuff around. See, do the dot button again. See the sheet. She needs to launch her hips again. Let's select a few more. Alt S if you want to. See, depends on what you want. I probably want around. That looks good. good. Try not to add too many loops because polygons sure jump, but you do want them scattered out. So like this. Now we kind of have a medium right here. So select this. I want it to do Alt S. Want it about there. And we turn it on. Click right here. Alt S. No. Control B. All right. And after you look at it, see if it's up to your standards. Alt S. Shrink it in. Here, Alt S. And yeah, it's smooth modifiers. So it looks like you liking. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it should look good to you. You're the person that likes it. Unless you did it for a client, then that's more complicated. All right, supposed to pop right here for some weird and apparent reason. All right, go right here. First, let's do some more. Let's do the arms right now. Part of the arms, because it's very difficult. So turn this off. Make sure to kind of scatter it out-ish, not too much. Make sure the back more scattered out. Here we have this diamond shape. Don't want that. That. We do not want diamond shapes. Like when it's like that, it's way too much. And we're starting to have it in some areas. All right, hold down the E just right there. Hold down Alt, then Shift. Do the same thing over here. Control B. After that, it does this. All right. It's the beginning of the shoulder blades. Here it's somewhat matching. All right. Alt and click this. Vortex, then select this. Right click, circle. All right. I'm gonna put it there. Before we do that, one time, we're gonna add K. Hold up, Shift right there. Shift right there. Shift again and right there. Why do we add this? Because we want 8. So you see the edge right here, go up to here. The statistics, really useful. Make sure you click on that. It shows 8. 2, then 8. Really important. Right click, circle. S, Z, right there. Pull it out a little bit. And just kind of round this out right here. And yeah, stuff is forming. Now, this is a relaxed pose, one of the worst poses you can ever have. It's not even a 45. It's like some weird, 65? I don't know. All right, so E, extrude, and so hard to do. Okay, do circle. This one starts to do circle and cave out. Do it small. All right, and it's so relaxed from a certain angle, you just can't use it. You have to E again, do right there. So you have to use imagination, what is extremely hard. So I would go look up more reference art. Let's do this. Okay, this is supposed to be the bump-ish thingy, kind of. Not quite. Supposed to be bumpish. It's supposed to be the muscle right here. Yes. Make sure it's still curvish, roundish. It's sometimes difficult to do. All right. So you select this SZ0. This at the relax pose, like if it was down here, then you want this bump, but since it's kind of cross, it kind of plans out. Ooh, aggressive right here. Right click, smooth vortex. Smooth vortex. All right, that's good. Okay, this is very hard to do if you don't have reference. So we're gonna do that right now, I guess. All right. So Shift D, go right here, S to scale, then E again, then S to scale, then E again, shrink, then E again, then S to scale, then E again. About here-ish, right? So when you move it back, rotate it like that, because it's naturally a curve when it's from the relax pose, so we can take advantage of that. Okay, Alt, like this. All right. And bridge. Make sure the reference art is in the way. Remember, exit, shift, or tab. Make sure in object mode, right click, smooth. Then go back in, A, Alt, N, right click outside. All right, that's fixed. Okay, it's actually very annoying. So if your reference art is in the way, get out of here, make sure it's selected. And we can go down here and yeah, we have that problem. If not, then you're fine. Then we have another one. Let's just fix everything. Back. Yeah, back. All right. Go back. All right, let's add smooth back on. And I'm fixing doing this natural curve. Very hard to deal with. All right, now let's see it. All right, if you have reference art, it's just gonna make it so much easier. All right, so we can like take it down here, then right here, kind of match it up. All right, now it's time for the chest area. It's going to be very difficult if you do not do it correctly. Now it's time for the chest and back. Add a loop cut right here. Select these two and click this, down a little bit, then select this, E, right click, let go, and put it right there. At center, at center. Select over here, do the same thing. Come on. E, on the numpad, M at center, M at center. All right, and looks like it's forming something. Select this, kind of down a little bit. And select this, and you start to get this forming. Have as aggressive as you want. I want it to be more zoomed out, kind of like that. It's good to have stuff not too close together. You can. So this is a little close. And the reference is really close as well. Actually, no, it's a little bit more farther apart like that. No, that's good enough now. Oh, the chest. Nightmare. One of the hardest things to do. Face. And we're going to want this to be circle. So select this, circle, like this. Push it about right there. Chest is huge. So big. For children to be fed well. GG. And we want it to be like that. Because we don't want, if we put it like that, it's too much stress right here. Put it like that, it's too much stress somewhere else. So this is probably the least amount of stress we're ever going to have. Rotate it until it's good. Just move one time vortex. After that, zoom out. Go to add UV sphere. Put this both of them into 8. Like this. R. Right there. Too close. Like this. Vortex. Like this. S to scale. Right there. And just move it. As I turn on the mirror again. Oh, the chest is way down here. Okay. Something to think about. Of course, it's huge, because why not? He's going with the body, just poking out too much. All right, okay, all right. That was as big as we want it. Always change the size later. GG. GG. That's the scale. Just kind of vaguely connect them, I guess. Do 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 no 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 no. Okay. This goes down so far. Okay, about there. And want to connect about there. Is that good? Probably the least stress it could have. Now see if it works. Okay, it's a little stressed out. Okay. Well, not too bad. Okay. You can de-stress it. We do not want things too close together. It makes it really stressed. Just like this edge. Do we want that around? Do we get any benefits of keeping it? Not really. Okay. Go to tab, exit out, smooth vortex, then go back in, then select this, and put these up more. And yeah, just kind of put everything together. Make sure the chest is as big as it's supposed to be, but it's quite big. And yeah, make sure everything lines up. It's up to you how big you want it from different angles. Now select this. It is forming. Alt and select all this. And forward, see what it does. Fix it. Okay, now let's go back. Multiple ways we can fix it. Push this right here. Push it right here. See what it looks like. Okay, we need to grab the whole thing. Okay. S to scale. Alt S. Because it needs to be wide, because it's wide right there. Just S to scale. All right, you can spend a long time tweaking it, like forever if you want to. And after that, just kind of GG. All scattered out. Make sure this is all even. You want it to be spaced out. It really helps a lot with it. This up here. All right. I want this that close. This way. All right. Now, I'll click on it. Click this. See how it looks. Not too bad. It's actually forming pretty good. And just take your time to make it look as good as you want. Oh, you can spend eternity making it look good. I'm just speaking from experience. For example, if we push this in more, going to give this look to it like it's bigger. See what that does. All right, yeah, that's looking a lot better. It can take a long time, forever to adjust it. So you can go to sculpting mode and just change it. For example, we can have this crease tool. Put to see 5 does, and just crease it right there if that's what you want. Crease it right there if that's what you want. Crease it underneath it. Also add bubble, inflate. Let's do it to 5. Do like that if you want to. There's all those cool little neat tricks you can do. For example, I just did that. I'm going to keep it that way. Maybe go back and tweak it for eternity. Yeah. And you can always do this, for example, and just do circle. I can help even it out again. Like this. Rewind time and go back and forth. For example, I want that to be spaced out. You can spend eternity on this, I know. See what that does. And that's going to have to do. So yeah, that's the chest. All right, now it's time for the collarbone. So let's do it. There's multiple ways to do it. But first, let's do slash on a numpad. Then the dot button to go back in. And select this, right click, circle. Rotate it on the z-axis and circle again. And yeah, it works. Do the same thing right here, circle. And that works. And select this over here and now it's going to add it right here. But first, let's make some room. Okay, right here, and there. Do right there, then boom. Then yeah, it's like these. Just like that if you want to. Then let's tilt these down some. Push these up some. And yeah, now we have a collarbone forming. Let's see. Now that. There's so many cool ways how you can just modify it. But yeah, I don't really like much of a collarbone. So if you just click these ones, for example, and Alt S, click this first. Make it deep if you want to. Make it a tiny bit deeper, but I don't really want it. I don't know if I want to go that far back. So about there. Yeah, that's your collarbone. It depends how detailed you want it. I like to have it like that. Now it's time for the knees and elbows. So click this and just rotate on the z-axis about there. Like this. I click go and just about there. Do a circle. Do about halfway. Like this over here. Right click and smooth vortex just to smooth it out a bit. And let's see what's going on. We can make this come out more. Not too much though. About right there. All right, and these, sure it's smooth all the way around. Looks nice. All right, and just select these ones and just move them along so it has, because these are going to bend, we want room for them to bend. About as high as you want it. Not too high though. And take a look at it. For example, it's too high, so we're going to even it. See that? S, Z, click that off. Yeah, see, because it's a cool shape. Yeah, it's good to me. And we could do this up here. Since I don't have reference art, it is very tricky to know what I'm doing. Actually, very frustrating. Control B, put it about right there. Another one right here. Move it out. Not too much. And at a weird angle, so we're gonna just rotate it about like that. Click these. E, S, right there. Right click, circle, and click these as well. Just and smooth vortex a little bit, and smooth these out. Move it right there. Yeah, reference art with that makes it easier. I'm sure I do it later, most likely. And yeah. Now it's time for the stomach and rib cage area. Make sure it's kind of all spaced out. GG, GG. And the belly button's around this area. So we're going to add another loop cut right here. Like these. V, put this right here. Do E again, but right there. Put these, M at center, M at center, M center, and click these, and F. All right. G, just GG. Get this thing going on. Not yet. Up here is going to be the rib cage. Down here, I want the belly button to be right here. See, add on right there. This depends on what you want. Circle, E, extrude about right there. And before we add more details, let's start to add stuff. You're supposed to get this round stomach area. So for example, it's supposed to be more like that. You see what we're talking about? Ish. So let's do that and kind of get this natural curve. So if we go into sculpt mode, do the curve brush and just way too high. 3, do slight curve. Let's add the bubble tool. Add some meat here. Then do slash on the numpad. Oh yeah, click this, slash on numpad. And you get this, so let's come out some more. Just depends on how you want it. All right, click this. Kind of have this rib cage build up right here. We have this natural curve, which is awesome. And yeah, it just really depends on what you want. Now we want some, the rear needs to be fixed. Put that right there, so it can make it better. With this, looks weird. A, Alt N, we set vectors, then click on it. Now it looks a lot better like I did before. You can click on this, kind of move it down to the desired that you want. It just, unfortunately, you can't really see what's going on because we don't have reference art for it. There's a lot of cool things you can do. All right, make sure reference art is being followed. Make sure you have polygons stretched to a good amount. And for what I can see, that is a good amount. And need some more meat right here, for example. And back also needs some more with this. Some final changes, really. This is all that I'm doing. Click this off, click this. GG. And click this, then this. And yeah, it's starting to look really good. The shoulder bump is really a little bit too aggressive. Click smooth vortex, go up a little bit. Like this whole thing. All right. Smooth vortex. S, Z. Let's click this. It would look a lot better if we have reference art to follow along, but we do not. All right. Zoom out. Click this in. Click that. And just see if it looks good to you, because that's the most important thing. Go back into scope mode if it doesn't. Keep changing stuff if it doesn't. Then just follow your reference. That's an awesome thing about references. Let's do a small rotation with the arm. Click all this, turn this off, put this off, rotate 45, and just put it right there, and click this. And now it looks a lot nicer. The feet are next. And look, it's just modifiers. You do most of the math. The computer does most. Yeah. Tiptoes.